Well, a night of fun turned into chaos in Gloucester Township, New Jersey last year when a brawl broke out among 500 teens. 11 people were arrested, including 9 teens. 2 cops were also hurt. Property was destroyed. And that is when the town said enough, and they passed the Minors and Parent Responsibility Law, holding parents criminally accountable. They could face up to 90 days in jail, possibly thousands in fines, if their kids commit multiple crimes. Is it fair? Well, let's debate it right now with the town's mayor, David Mayer, and one of the organizers of the parental rights group, the New Jersey Project, Nicole Stouffer. Thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. Mayor, I'll start with you. You know, there's this push right now where you're seeing holding parents accountable for school shootings. You could say that makes sense. Warning signs, red flags, they didn't do enough to stop it. There was a recklessness on their part. It was foreseeable. Is this too broad? Does this cover too much? Can you monitor your kids 24/7 for any kind of infraction and you're held on the hook?
So, Jesse, thank you for having me, and it's great to be on with Nicole. Jesse, we have a juvenile crisis in the United States. You see it all the time. We see the videos. It's a crisis. But also, I would say that we have an accountability crisis as well, where we have to start holding people responsible for their responsibilities. And all this ordinance does is hold parents responsible. Now, I will tell you this, Jesse, there is due process under this legislation. No one is going to jail right away, but the warning is out there. We have to get parents' attention to make sure they're tracking their children, juveniles, in a proper way, and hold them responsible.
Definitely caught a lot of people's attention, I'll tell you that much, Mayor. Nicole, your thoughts on this? I mean, the counter argument is, as we were talking, is the law makes parents, be stronger parents. What's your take on that?
Right. Well, if the laws weren't relaxed due to the marijuana laws that came into place in 2021, then maybe we wouldn't be here. We've been seeing these pop-up things happening since 2020 when we locked down the kids. They were running around. There was thousands of people in Seaside Heights, young adults and teenagers wrecking the place. This has been happening for a while, and it became even worse when A.G. Platkin came in and the legislature came in and changed a bunch of laws that the police can't, if they smell weed on your child or they smell alcohol.
But Nicole, are you concerned about this as a parent? Are your friends concerned about it, that they're going to be caught up and prosecuted?
No.
They're not concerned?
No, because there's so many laws that prevent the police from doing their jobs. I'm not even sure this will work out in Gloucester Township.
Well, that's interesting.
The problem is that kids aren't held accountable to their behavior, and holding parents. I mean, you have an armed police officer, and you have a tired judicial system behind you, and you can't enforce the law, but you expect parents to be able to do it. I think the problem is because the state's not enforcing the laws that should be enforced. The problem is that they're not being enforced, and I don't see this getting enforced and working out either.
So, Mayor, I'll give you an opportunity to respond to that. I was thinking of like a worst-case scenario where you have a parent who's locked up for what their child did, and then you have another, let's say they have multiple children, they're left without a parent. I'm wondering if this is beneficial in the end.
Yeah, Jesse, again, there is due process built into this ordinance. The first is that there is a warning. If a child gets into trouble, which children get into trouble.
Can you give an example, by the way? Can you give an example of how it would work?
So, certainly, if a juvenile does graffiti or whatever, and there's 28 ordinances or instances in the ordinance that would invoke this punishment. But if a kid does, graffiti, well, there is a warning that is issued to the parent, and they have to sign to say they acknowledge this ordinance is there and that they may be punished in the future. What we do in Gloucester Township is we get to that juvenile very quickly, and we put them on a path to success, not a path to the juvenile detention center. And our recidivism rate went from 44% to below 5%. But the point is, we have to get parents' attention. Last year in June, at our Gloucester Township Day, a public-friendly event that we've had for over 40 years.
Yeah.
We had all those juveniles show up, and I will tell you, the problem was we couldn't get rid of them because no one picked them up. Their parents didn't pick them up. Uber and Lyft picked them up.
I hear you.
And yeah.
I hear you. And Nicole, just real quick, there was a response, because I think this is actually a conversation beyond New Jersey. A lot of people are paying attention to this. If it has a deterrent effect, if the very notice of it, like we're talking about, it's making parents take notice, isn't that the goal?
It is.
Nicole, if you want to just answer that one. Yeah.
Oh, is it making parents take notice? Yes, but nobody really takes it seriously. I don't think the kids don't take the law seriously, and the parents don't take the law seriously. So I don't think, I mean, among my friends, I don't really have this problem.
Okay, let's see what happens. Mayor David Mayer, Nicole Stouffer, thank you both so much for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.